and then we'd just like to see your reactions to what happens when we get up to a stop. All right? So I shall start, and we are driving. Da-da-da. Next stop, Norebro.
Attention. A passenger with special needs is about to board and requires a priority seat. Please make one available. Thank you.
En passager med særlige behov har brug for en sideplads. Tak fordi du tilbyder en plads.
Stop. Okay, we'll stop it there.
So then the person has the time to get to the seat.
Okay. And what caught your attention of anything that happened on board?
I think when I sit down that I also see the notice.
Okay.
So then it says like when the light is flashing, please off your seat. So I think that kind of reminds you that, you know, this is your seat for now, but if someone with special needs come in, then offer your seat. So I think that also kind of like reminds you in terms of what action that you take.
Okay. And did you need to see anyone before before getting up, or were you already going to get up?
To me, it doesn't really matter because it kind of confirmed already from the announcement that someone is coming.
Okay.
So then I know someone is coming, then I better, you know, just also get myself ready before the person.
Okay. And I noticed that you did not get up to give up. What was the rationale behind that?
So we were still in transit when the announcement went up, so I always like to wait until the bus comes to a full stop if I'm going to. So when the bus came to a stop, I like to look and see like who needs it, and I was very unclear if it was him or her, because like how do I know who has a need?
Okay.
And then she found a seat and he walked right past.
Okay.
So I figure, like from my personal experience riding New York Transit, somebody who has a special need will often walk on the train and then hold onto the pole and like stand in front of somebody like in this area. And so I almost like instinctively waited for that to happen. And since it didn't, I assumed he did not need a seat.
Okay.
Yeah, and then she found a seat, so I did not get up.
Were there any cues that took your attention or that you noticed on board?
It said when the light is flashing, please offer your seat, but I never saw a light flashing.
Yeah, that was a bit confusing maybe.
Yeah.
Can I add something? I also noticed that there were 2 free seats behind here. So that's a bit ambiguous to me whether to offer a seat. Like if I were sitting there, I'm not 100% sure I would have because there's an easy
There are seats
access
available.
seats available.
So we should get rid of their fill these seats probably to make
Yeah,
this fair.
exactly. Yeah, then,
Yeah.
unless that's
Perfect.
part of it.
And how did you feel about the announcement?
I liked that there was an announcement. I thought that was really neat and kind of like lets everybody on board know. So instead of like somebody just having to stand in front and like hope that the person's nice enough to give them their seat, like everybody's aware that there is like somebody gonna get on board. But also I think in another way that might draw attention to that person who
Right,
doesn't
like
want
we
to
should
take
ask
time.
her.
Well, Mathilde, how did you feel about it?
Yeah.
Because I'm pregnant, which is nothing really to be ashamed of, like, I felt okay. It was weird, the symbol doesn't match, like, this for me is disability.
Yeah.
Pregnant women aren't handicapped.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
I
think
think
if
someone
someone
is
is
handicapped,
Yeah.
and that feels, and I've never been
Yeah.
pregnant, but.
So it should just say maybe priority seating.
No, but
Something.
even,
Or-
you said, if the person has, like, a disability and it's not apparent, like, I
Sure.
feel that people don't want other people to notice that, they're kind of
Yeah.
embarrassed, so you're
Yeah.
saying, like, clearly, someone with a problem is coming in,
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so, with special needs, so I don't know, I just don't know, I feel okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone would look at the people that are in to get.
Yeah, that's, I felt like I was doing that.
Yeah.
I don't feel embarrassed, but like if someone
Like
felt.
we wondered about you, like
What's
wrong
wrong?
Yeah.
with you? Yeah.
You're trying to gauge whether
And I
who's the
like
person.
almost went to get up, but then I was like, oh, he's just walking by, okay, because
Yeah.
it's not him. And then she like clearly found a seat. And my other question is like, is there a button that she presses before she gets on where she can choose whether or not
How did you
to
know?
notify?
Yeah, so
Like,
we
how
have a
do-
whole system ahead of this. This is more just testing this piece of it. So the idea would be that like you would-
I felt fine, but I wonder if other people would feel okay.
and actually what we were thinking is maybe that announcement would happen before you even got on the bus, so you wouldn't necessarily know.
Oh,
So I
okay.
tried to say stop, as in like we've now made
Should be
you
more of a
stop.
pause,
But then
maybe.
the driver
So
has to
that's happened
judge,
first.
basically.
No, so the system works that, just to explain that a bit, so you have